Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is an updated makeup collection. I feel like my makeup collection has changed a fair amount recently. So last year I was on a makeup no buy. It was a year-long makeup no buy, so the only things I was allowed to buy were replacement only products. But then because I knew I was coming off my no buy at the start of the year, so start of 2022, I did put some makeup items on my Christmas and birthday list, and I did also break my no buy round the Black Friday sales as well. So my collection has changed a little bit, plus I've had declutters over the past year as well. So I'm going to show you what my makeup collection looks like now. So I will take you through each individual category within my makeup collection and show you all of the products. I'll show you the products in the order in which I would usually apply them to my face. So if we start off with base products then, I only have one primer and it is the Bobbi Brown Face Base. I adore this primer. I discovered it for the first time last year and it's absolutely beautiful. This is the small 15ml pot and this lasts quite a long amount of time as well because you only really need a small amount, and I don't use this every single time that I apply makeup. So I do get through it fairly slowly. It just provides a real hydrating base for your makeup. Your makeup blends beautifully on top of it. It makes it last all day as well. And this smells incredible. It smells like essential oils. It's a bit spa-like. I just think it's a beautiful primer. So this is my only primer. I probably will at some point in the year try other primers, but this is probably one that is going to stay in my collection forever. It's one that I will continue to repurchase. Foundations, I only have 4. I did do a recent declutter towards the end of last year where I think I threw away a couple of foundations that had actually gone off and were smelling really badly. So I only have 4. I have 2 Bare Minerals ones. This one is my Complexion Rescue, so not a full foundation in a way. It's more like a tinted moisturiser. So I have this one in the shade Wheat, and I am planning on panning this one at some point this year. I've also got the Bare Minerals Original Loose Powder Foundation. I won't pan this one. I don't wear this one that often at all, but it is really handy to have in my collection for days when I just want a light, real natural covering. This e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation is in my current Shop My Stash, and I will also work on panning this one at some point. And the one that I'm currently panning is in this little Nivea tub, and it is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. I did cut the tube open and decant it. I won't open this though because I've actually really filled it quite high up. I didn't realise there was so much product left in the tube. But this is the one that's in my current project pan, so once I have used this up I'll work on either panning the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue or the e.l.f. one. Moving on to concealer type products then, I have one under eye colour corrector from Bobbi Brown, which is in the shade Light Bisque. I don't use this very often, but if I notice that my dark circles are really bad, this is a great product for sort of minimising the discoloration. So I just have the one. I'm happy with having one. I don't feel like it's a product that I need multiple types of. Concealers, I have 3. I've got this Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I did include this in a recent Shop My Stash. The colour is porcelain, but it's not. It's really, really yellow. So I personally wouldn't call it porcelain. And then I've got the 2 Fenty concealers, which are in my current project pan. I've got them in the shades 150 and 185. One is for, I think, under eyes and blemishes, and then the other one is something like dark circles and hyperpigmentation. So one of these concealer shades is a lot more yellow in tone than the other. I don't know if I would really buy 2 different shades again. I think one shade is probably enough for me. So they are both in my project pan. Really nice concealers though, but I've just had them for quite a while now, so they need to be used up. Powders, I've got 2. I've got the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. This is what I apply when I am doing my makeup to sort of set my concealer, set my foundation. And then this is the Fenty Invisimatte Blotting Powder. This is great for touch-ups, for touching up my makeup on the go, reducing any shine. So they both have different purposes. I really like both. I think they're great at their job. And I'm happy with my powder collection. I don't feel like I need to add in any more powders. So bronzers, I've got 3. So 2 that you may recognise from last year on my channel are both by Fenty. This is the cream bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit. Really beautiful bronzer this is. It's really easy to blend, looks so buttery, looks so natural. I love that cream bronzer. Next, I've got another Fenty one. This is the powder one, and this one is in the shade Shady Biz. Great to layer over the cream one, but if I want a real quick makeup look, I do go for powder products over cream. And then this is a new addition. This is by Vieve, and this is their Modern Bronzing Duo. This is in the shade Light. So you have Light 1 and Light 2. So Light 2 is a slightly darker bronzer. So great for adding a little bit more dimension and depth, but you can kind of dip into both of them and apply both at the same time. Really beautiful shades, not orange or muddy at all, really blendable, really natural. Beautiful bronzer this is, and I love the packaging. It's just really beautiful, expensive looking packaging. And each bronzer is 9 grams, so you do get a lot of bronzer in here. This will take quite a long time to actually hit pan on. Okay, blushes next. I now have 5. I think I had 1. Yeah, I did. I had 1 at the end of last year because it was this one, my Milani Luminoso blusher. I think this was in my project pan, but I've now taken it out. I want a little bit of a break from peachy blushes, especially at this time of the year because I prefer to go for more pink tones. But Luminoso by Milani is a really pretty, shimmery blusher, really quite a flattering shade on my skin tone, very pretty. And then I have some new ones that I got for both Christmas and birthday this year. So my birthday's at the start of January, so it's very soon after Christmas. And I got quite a bit of Vieve makeup for both Christmas and birthday. And I got 3 Vieve blushes. I got them in the shade Pesca, which is this beautiful peach shade here. This is the one that I've probably worn the most. As you can see, it's a real light peach, really, really pretty, really buildable, very flattering colour. This one is in the shade Sorbet, so a brighter, hotter pink. But again, you can build this up so it doesn't go on immediately as vibrant as this. You can build this one up. Very, very pretty again, like that shade. And then I've got Piazza, which I was a bit kind of dubious about putting on my list. I was thinking, is this going to be too dark? Is this going to look ridiculous on me? But again, you can really build this colour up. And because this has a nice red undertone to it, I think this would look really nice as an eyeshadow as well. So I really like that colour as well. And I do also have another Vieve blusher. So my brother bought me Pesca. So on the box you can see that it says the shade Pesca, but if I get the actual blusher out, on the packaging of the blusher, it says Piazza, and when I open it up, it's Piazza. So I actually have 2 Piazza blushes. I think what happened is that when they were packaging up the blushes, they must have just seen P on the actual blusher packaging itself and then a P on the box and put one inside the other without realising that one was Pesca and one was Piazza. So we contacted Vieve, explained the situation, and they said to keep hold of Piazza, I can have that one and they'll send me out Pesca free of charge. So great customer service from Vieve. I highly doubt anybody from Vieve is watching, but if you are, thank you so, so much. That was very, very generous. So I do actually have 2 Piazza ones. Apart from opening this one here, that is all I've done to the blusher. I've not touched it, I've not swatched it, I've not done anything to it. So I'm a little bit unsure what to do with the blusher. I might at some point sell it. I think it depends how quickly I kind of get through the other Piazza shade. But for now, I have 4 blushes from Vieve, 2 of which are in the same colour, and then 5 in total. Highlighters, I've still got 2. I've got this number 7 Custom Blend Highlighting Drops, which has been in my project pan for quite some time now. Because this is a liquid highlighter, you only need a very small amount, so it is a product I get through really, really slowly. But I'm actually going on holiday in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to the Caribbean, so I'm going somewhere quite hot. So I think when I go on holiday, I'll take this with me, and then I can apply it to like my arms or my collarbone in the evenings just to give a little bit of shimmer. So I'm hoping by the end of February, having done that, I'll have finished this off because this is actually lingering for quite a long time now. It's pretty, but I'm kind of a bit over it. I want to get through it. I want to get it done. But it is nice though. Saying all of that, it is a nice product, but I'm just a little bit fed up of using it a lot. And then my other highlighter is this mini Becca Champagne Pop. This did break on me. I have repressed it. I opened it the other day just to look at it, as I do sometimes. I sometimes just look through my makeup collection. And I opened it and it had broken into 3 pieces. I hadn't realised. So when I opened it, the pieces just fell on the floor. So I had to repress it all. So that's why it looks like a mess. So I am going to pan this after I have panned the number 7 one. Eyeshadow primers, I've still got 2. I've got the NYX Eyeshadow Base, which is in my project pan, which has been in my project pan as well for a few months now. So I am making my way through it. I am wearing it on a regular basis, but I just feel like it's not being used up that quickly. There's still a fair amount of product on the wand when I open it up. I feel like the wand is still a little bit wet. Yeah, you can see all that product. But I am using it every time I wear makeup. I wear makeup most days, so I am using it on a regular basis, but it's just taken a long time to be used up. And then I've got the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, which I will work on after I've used up the NYX eyeshadow base. Face and eye palettes, I've got 4. They're all by Laura Geller. So I've got TGI Thursday, which is a bit of like a vampy palette. So you've got like a taupe in there, you've got a mossy green. This is very much like a sexy date night type of makeup palette. I've then got Flirty Friday, which is full of pink shades. This is very much Valentine's romantic type of makeup. Very soft, very pretty, very feminine. Sunday Fun Day is more like Bronzed Goddess because it's full of all these like warm browns, terracottas, oranges. This is like my kind of shades in a palette. And then Tailor Made Monday is also a little bit pink, but not as super girly as the Flirty Friday one. And these palettes are great because each one has 4 eyeshadows and then a blusher and a highlighter that all work together. So it takes the thought process out of finding a blusher to match your eyeshadow, for example. Okay, next is Eyeshadow Singles. So I have here 8 Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. I did declutter one here, which was like a dark teal, but it was also a little bit navy. It was just a real tricky shade to wear, but I have 8 left in this palette. I love all of these shades. These are great for a real bright, vibrant, shimmery eyeshadow look. I just think they're beautiful. In here, I've got my Project Pan MAC Shroom shade, which is like a shimmery ivory shade. I use this either as a lid shade, highlight shade for my brow bone or in a corner, and then also as a highlighter, but it's not that great as a highlighter actually. And then this one is like a minty green one from Kiko. I don't have any other shades in my collection that are like this, so this is quite unique. And then in here are my remaining MAC single eyeshadows. So I did put up as one of my Vlogmas videos a video where I think I did 5 eyeshadow looks with these MAC singles because I don't really use them that often. But they are all beautiful colours and I need to start using them more because I love them all. I think they're great, which is why I have kept hold of them. I've got a new category of makeup on my inventory this year and it is eyeshadow duos. This is my only eyeshadow duo and this is by Nars and it's in the shade Isolde, this beautiful duo of orangey golds and bronze coppers. It's just stunning for Christmas looks, summer looks, autumn looks. Really buttery shades that are so vibrant in colour but easy to blend. I absolutely love this duo and I think it is stunning. And then the category of makeup where my collection has changed the most is eyeshadow palettes. And I really whittled down my eyeshadow palettes last year. And I think I just had 3 left because I included the Nars Isolde Duo as an eyeshadow palette, but I've now put it in its own separate category. So 2 palettes that I had from last year. First one, the Revolution We Are Love Forever Flawless palette. This is my bright palette. This is my, I want a bright, colourful eyeshadow look in summer, so I go for this palette. It's got the rainbow of colours, it's got everything I really need. Lovely, lovely palette. Does stain a little bit sometimes, so make sure you use an eyeshadow primer or a really good base. Next is the Urban Decay Naked Heat. This is my autumnal palette. So I think this was one of my 1 month 1 palette video palettes, so I will link that so you can see all the looks that I created with this palette. Beautiful quality, super pigmented, really easy to blend, lovely selection of colours. Again, these warm orangey browny copper shades are just my kind of shades. Really like this palette. And then 2 palettes I brought into my collection last year. I was planning on buying Norvina by ABH this year. And it was around about Black Friday where I went online and actually had a little bit of a look, just a little bit of a nosy to see what I could find in terms of ABH palettes in the Black Friday sale. And I found Norvina on Look Fantastic for half price. It was meant to be £46 and it was down to 23. So I did pick up Norvina. And this is what mine looks. I have used it a few times, but it is pretty new. The top row is all shimmers, the bottom row are all mattes, and a real lovely selection of colours. I did think this might be too purple, but actually it's not. You can create some real nice everyday brown, real basic kind of looks. Very, very pretty palette, but I need to experiment with this one a bit more, but love that. Glad that that is in my collection. And then when I was buying that palette, I saw that Modern Renaissance was also on offer, but this actually had 60% off. So it was down to like £18 or something silly like that. So I actually picked this one up as well. I thought this one might be too pink, too red, but again, like Norvina not being hugely purple, Modern Renaissance isn't that pink. Yes, you have those few shades there, but the rest are all really kind of muted. So again, you can make some really nice nude, browny, everyday type of looks. Lovely, lovely palette. And I think so far, I actually prefer this to Norvina. And then the other two new additions to my collection were eyeshadow palettes that I got for Christmas and birthday. I have been after a load of Vieve makeup all year, but because I was on my no-buy last year, I couldn't buy any of it. So I did put some ideas on my Christmas and birthday list, so for when I come off my no-buy this year, I can start using the makeup. So I put both eyeshadow palettes on my wish list, and I was fortunate enough to receive both of them. So this is the Essentials one. This is the one that Jamie came out with first. So this is the everyday sort of like brownie, neutral, warm palette. Stunning, stunning colours. Huge pans as well. These are going to take ages to work through and to hit pan on. The mattes are so beautiful. They're so easy to blend. Really buttery, really pigmented. The shimmers are quite pretty, but I am a little bit disappointed in them because they do have a fair amount of fallout. But overall, a really pretty eyeshadow palette. I'm going to get such use out of this. These are my kind of shades. Super happy to have this in my collection. And then the other palette is the Muse palette. This is the one she came out with a few months ago perhaps now. And these are full of sort of dusky pink, mauvey purple types of colours, really flattering, really sort of subtle shades. You have that pop of sort of yellow gold here as well, and again really blendable, really beautiful. Another palette that I'm so super happy is in my collection. I also got two eyeshadow sticks for Christmas and birthday, again both by Vieve, and one of them is in the shade Sand. So this is the lightest of the two that I've got. It's a kind of warm, really pale camel type of shade. Great as a one look and done type eyeshadow, or also really nice as a base for other colours. And the next one is actually called Camel, so it's a step up in darkness from the other one. So it is that kind of darker but again still warm brown type of shade. Again, like a pure camel. If you think of like a camel coloured coat, this is the type of shade. These are so easy to work with. You just draw them on your eye, blend them out, and they do have really good staying power actually. I mean, at the end of the day, they will have a little bit of creasing, but after sort of 8-10 hours wear, that's only when I start to notice it. So these really do last for a great amount of time. Okay, eyeliners next. There's no change in my pencil eyeliners. I still have 5. So I've got 3 from Peaches and Cream. This is Papyrus, a nude one for the waterline. I've then got Dynasty, a burnt copper orange shade. This is Nile, which is a teal, a real vibrant teal. I might take this one on holiday with me. I think that would be really pretty. And I've then got Teddy at the top there, and then Power Surge at the bottom, both by MAC. And then liquid eyeliners, I've got 2. I've got KVD Tattoo Liner in black up the top, and then at the bottom is a new one. This is by Ico, and this is the Black Magic Cocoa Edit mini brown liquid eyeliner. I thought it would be a good idea to have a brown liquid liner in my collection. I've never used one before, and I just thought this would be really nice for more softer makeup looks, to have a brown liner instead of a more harsh black liner. I have one glitter primer. This is by NYX, and this is the NYX glitter primer. This is really great for a sticky base for any shimmery eyeshadows that I want to apply over the top. It really gives something strong for the glitter to adhere to, and it just helps with the vibrancy of the shade as well. So this is a great addition to my collection. I bought this I think around about halfway through last year, and I'm so glad that I've bought it. And this will last ages as well because you only need a very small amount. Next is eyebrow products. They're both by Benefit. I've got a Gimme Brow in the shade 3 here. This is currently in my project pan. I really love this product though. I think it's a great 2-in-1 to provide a little bit of pigment to my eyebrows, but also pushes them up a bit and keeps them in place. But this has been open for quite a long time. It's a product that I've dipped in and out of over the past year, so I think I need to start to actually properly use this up, but I would repurchase it. I think it's great. And then this is a mini 24-hour brow setter, again by Benefit. And this is also a great product. This is great for just providing a bit of separation to your eyebrow hairs, pushes them up, keeps them in place, but it's clear so it doesn't deposit any pigment. And then I've got two mascaras. One on the left is a mini Eyeshadow Black Magic Mascara Cocoa Edit. So it's a brown mascara, and I bought this with the mini brown liquid liner. And again, I just thought it would be a really nice idea to have a brown mascara for those days when I want a real kind of barely there or like a soft eye look. Because sometimes a black mascara can be just a little bit too harsh. But the one on the right is by Hourglass, and it's the Unlocked Instant Extensions mascara, and this one is in the shade black. This one is excellent. It is a bit pricey, but it's really good at just staying put. Okay, we're nearly there. We're just going to finish up with lip products. Lip pencils have actually gone up a little bit. I do currently have 9 lip liners. I've got 3 new ones to my collection. These are all by Vieve, so I have them in the shades Velvet Sands, this one here, which is a sort of light peachy nude type of colour. Bark is a step up in colour, it's a bit more kind of neutral brown, that one's in the middle, and then Rumour is a bit more warm, a bit darker, it's like a ruddy brown type of colour. Really creamy pencils, great staying power, really enjoy using these at the moment. I've got some MAC ones here, so I've got Brick, which is my red lip liner. I don't use it that often because I don't really wear red lipstick that often, but when I do, I need a lip liner to go with it, and that is the one that I use. Second one in from the right is Subculture, which is now in my project pan. This one is a real My Lips But Better type of colour, but I do find with MAC lip liners that they are quite drying. They do tug at your lips a little bit. Great colours and great staying power though, but they're not the nicest of lip liners to actually apply. And then on the far left is Strip Down, and the one next to it is Oak. These are very, very similar in shade, so I will at some point probably pan Oak, because I do think Strip Down is just slightly more complementary on my skin tone, but they are very much nude brown lip liners for a light complexion. And then I've got 2 more lip liners. One is by Max Factor on the right in the shade Pink Princess. This is like a real vibrant sort of blue based pink. Not my favourite in my collection, but I love the quality of the actual lip liner, so I will try to use this lip pencil up this year. And then the one on the right is Figgy by Clinique, and this goes with my Clinique lipstick, which I will point out in a bit. Lipsticks next, and my lipstick collection has changed a little bit. So at the front here, these are all Vieve lipsticks. So I have them in the shades Treasure. This one is the lightest and possibly my least favourite. I think it's possibly too light on me, but I like wearing it in the middle of my lips with either of the other 2 shades from Vieve. This one is Coming in Hot. I can't pronounce Hot or whatever it is. Coming in Hot. This one is really nice. It's like a, let me show you, like a mid-toned warm peachy brown shade. Really, really flattering. And then this one is Power Suit. It is a bit darker, and I was worried that it is going to be a little bit too dark, but it is lovely. It's a real sort of like burnt orange shade, but still like a natural brown shade. And then actually I will just show you what Treasure looks like to compare. So that is Treasure. So as you can see, a lot lighter than the other 2. Next to it here is Fudge by Soph Revolution. This is the shade that's in my project pan, but I'm getting really sick of using this. I use this as a cream bronzer and I'm done, I'm over it, but I don't want to declutter it. I am going to power on through and try and finish it up, but it's just a little bit too dark for me as a lipstick shade. It's a real dark brown. These 2 here are both by NYX. This one is a matte one, and this is in the shade Eurotrash, and it's meant to be a dupe for Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Really, really beautiful shade. A little bit too drying though, I think, but I would probably just put a bit of lip balm or gloss over the top, but really flattering shade. And this one is B52. This was in my last Shop My Stash. This is like a dupe for MAC Faux, so it's like a blue-based mauvey type pink. Really, really pretty shade, quite creamy, but it stinks. It smells of like sickly vanilla, so I really can't stand the smell. And then this is the Clinique lipstick that I mentioned. So this is like a dark vampy burgundy type of shade. This is great for like the autumnal months, or if I just want to make a bit more of a statement. These 4 here are my MAC ones. So this is my favourite. This is Faux, quite similar to NYX B52, but I just prefer Faux. I think it is slightly different, slightly more pinkier. Really, really love this. This is in my current Shop My Stash. This is a Powder Kiss formulation in the shade Work Work Work, so like a vibrant blue based red lipstick, but this is a really comfortable lipstick to wear. It does feel like powder, it's quite bizarre, but it works. This is by Nick Chapman. I am going to pan this shade at some point this year because I just don't think it really works for me. I love it on other people and that's why I bought it, because I saw so many people wearing it and thought it looked beautiful, but it just doesn't quite work on me and I don't know why. But it's a really pretty light corally pink peach type of shade. And then this is Dare You. This is a cream sheen formulation. It's like a dark burgundy red. Very comfortable to wear, but a little bit messy to apply. And then at the back, all of my Estee Lauder ones. So this one is in the shade Rebellious Rose. This is their most popular selling shade, I think. So it's like a vibrant pink, but not too bright or not too blue based. It's a real sort of like wearable shade. Very, very pretty. This is Dynamic, a bit similar to Rebellious Rose, but I think I prefer Dynamic. I think it's a bit more muted. This is Persuasive, so this is a orange based red, really beautiful. I love this shade. Although I'm not a massive red lipstick fan, orange based reds are my kind of shades and I just love this one on me. I think it's really flattering. Envious is a blue based red lipstick, so you can see it's a bit more vibrant than the previous one. Again, a really flattering colour, but I just prefer the orange based reds. And then this one is Intense Nude, as you can see by how much is left. This is my favourite shade that I own from Estee Lauder. Not much of this one left. I will pan this at some point because this would work quite well as both a lipstick and a cream blusher. And my last lip product is my only lip gloss. This is in my project pan and I'm panning it because I don't like that there are little bits of glitter in it. This is the Vieve Lip Dew. It's like a lip oil rather than like a lip gloss. Feels really nice to wear. It's not gloopy or sticky, but I just don't like the little bits of glitter. I'm not sure if you can see them in there. I'm just not a fan of glitter in lip gloss, so that is why I am panning this. And then lastly are my setting sprays. I've got two full-size Urban Decay All Nighter setting sprays. I bought this in a set around the holidays, I think, around Christmas Boxing Day sales type of time. I was very nearly out of the small version of this that I was using, so I needed to find a replacement. And I think this was like 40 or 50% off or something. And I love Urban Decay All Nighter. I think it is excellent. So I've got two full-size ones of these, which should last me quite some time. So this is how my current makeup collection looks. I hope you found it interesting. If you have used any of the products that I've mentioned, please let me know. Always really interested to hear your thoughts on things. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you again soon for my next video. Bye!